All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they try the right side here. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCoy. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st down, McCoy. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing on 1st down. McCoy. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, touchdown, Giants! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Leopard!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Detroit! Detroit!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 17 yards to pick up there.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Got some real estate inside the 30. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
Jackson from the shotgun. They still can't get it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. To throw is Jackson. Throw left side, caught by Butler. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way, like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Here we go. All right, now look at 56.
Jackson on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They come out here in the I.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, McCoy eluding the pressure right. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit. Gun, 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 gun. Gun, 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 gun. Hot.
Here's McCoy. Being chased out left. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And the Ravens have got it. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So a poor return exacerbated by a holding call makes this 1st and 10 back inside their own 5.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Gun, 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 gun. Set, blue, Lanny. Blue, Lanny.
On 2nd down, Jackson, right side, complete to Butler. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there, 96 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it, when you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they'll run it here. There he goes inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now McCoy finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
From the gun, McCoy into a double team, and it's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Gone. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Jackson now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. And even 40 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Jackson certainly giving the Ravens a spark in his rookie year. He's got him on the move with a 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, They use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot! Gone! 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 Gone!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Forced out to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
No. Check! Patriot! Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Leopard!
To throw on second down, McCoy. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
Operating from the gun, McCoy. He's going to air one out. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Leopard!
A final shot before break. McCoy. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So we're at halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Play action. It's Jackson. Open man, Butler complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Jackson now, looking to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And complete into the arms of LaFell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
See a map play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to power through. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
All right, now, look at 56.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. And they'll go on the ground. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. And the kick by Rosas is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Green, 39.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And an alley to run. The trot, there he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Detroit!
And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back now here on EA Sports. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they try the right side here. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. Back to throw. McCoy toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCoy is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got a man complete. He got 29 yards that time. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Green 39! Green 39! Let's get it. Hot! Hot!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This will be taken at the 10. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Looking to throw. McCoy buying time to his left. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Jackson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, here's Jackson again. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson to throw on 3rd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 9 yards on the first down keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. In these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Now he's flushed out right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he's flushed out left. Hard throw, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A very solid gain of 27.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Ravens, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start, and they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.